Hey! I never expect you guys to show up like here. Here you are. This is the main event. I'm Daniel. And tonight, Wrestlemania 5. The Mega Powers explode. We're heading back to April 2nd, 1989. We're at Trump Plaza in Atlantic City, New Jersey. And I believe we're over 18,000 plus in the crowd. And the main event, Miss Elizabeth is in a neutral corner. World title match. Macho Man, Randy Savage versus Hulk Hogan. Alright, this was always one of my favorite pay-per-views. And not just pay-per-views, but just main events in general. But something happened, I ain't gonna lie. We'll get into it. I'll talk about it here in a little bit. But I was really surprised after rewatching it this time. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Let's go get the build-up. If you watched the Royal Rumble main event I did, you'll know most of this right now, so I'll kind of skim through it a little briefer. But at the other main event, the one that Vince legally owns, the main event was Twin Powers versus the Mega Powers. Elizabeth gets hurt during the match. Hogan carries her back to the dressing room, and of course leaves Savage to defend himself. Hogan comes back for him. Savage gets pissed, slaps Hogan, walks out of the match. Hogan's by himself. Hogan wins the match. Hogan, confronts Savage backstage, and of course Savage attacks Hogan. Hogan gets pissed. Hogan challenges for the belt. So let's get into the actual match itself. Once again, I love the Trump Plaza. I don't know if they ever filmed anything else there, or I don't even think it's Trump Plaza anymore. I think it's probably something else. But I just love the roof. I think I mentioned this in WrestleMania 4. I just love the arena. I love the steps coming down. Comes out like the fucking rafters and comes down. I love that. I missed that. I don't need a big stage. I don't need that ridiculous fucking, let's take up half the entire fucking arena goddamn stage with weird fucking set. Nah, fuck that. Just give me a hole in the wall and fucking come out like a man, walk through the crowd, get out there and fight. But whatever Vince wants to do. And yes, Elizabeth is in a neutral corner, which I thought was just kind of odd. It's funny because as a kid I'm just all like, yay, Hogan, everything he says and does is right, and blah, blah, blah. And then it just seems like, anyways. And then now I'm watching him just like, man, like, I don't know, like, clearly he was doing stuff to upset Savage. I don't care if it was intentional or not. If you and your boy are together and your boy tells you, listen, I'm a little uncomfortable the way you are around my girlfriend. I know they're married in real life. I don't think they've ever I think at this point they're still just dating. Whatever. I don't like the way you're acting around her. Stop. And you know what you do? You just stop because why throw out your friendship? Not worth it. He's fucking Hulk Hogan. He can get any girl he wants. He's a Hollywood superstar. So anyway, I don't know. It just seems like this should never happen because of this. And then B, it's like she's letting it happen. Neutral corner. Listen, bitch, get in the corner of your man and you stay there. That's just my opinion. I'll get some hate mail for that, but it's okay. So anyways, so that's the build there. The match itself, it's mostly just Hogan beating the shit out of Savage starting off. Like literally though, the match is just like Savage trying to do something and then Hogan just swats him away pretty much. And for their time, Savage, gets knocked out of the ring. He starts yelling at Elizabeth. Apparently, she's not in the neutral corner. She just keeps wandering around. One of my favorite moments is, I always love when Savage did this, though, was Hogan chases him outside. And, of course, Savage grabs Elizabeth and pulls her in front of him. Great. I love that. Just good heel stuff right there. Eventually, the referee gets tired of it, and he just sends her back to the back. So she's no longer a factor. And so now we have Hogan and Savage. At this point, Savage, the tide turns for him, and he takes over. He'll dominate for the remainder of the match, and then he'll hit his flying elbow drop, which Hogan kicks out of. Of course, as he's kicking out, he's also beginning to hulk up, to which the announcers are like, or the commentators are just like, well, no one's ever kicked out the elbow drop before. And I'm saying bullshit to that because George Gamble still kicked out WrestleMania 2. They didn't think anybody remember that shit. They just assume you have short-term memory out there. But I was a kid who had all the WrestleManias on tape at the time, and guess what? I watched that shit religiously, so I knew better. I was like, bullshit. I couldn't say bullshit when I was a kid, though. I get in trouble, so in my mind I was saying bullshit. But out loud. I was just like, no. Anyways, Hogan comes back, beats him up, big boot, leg drop, wins. Hogan victory, celebrates. Crowd doesn't pop as loud as I thought they did. I don't know. Yeah, so fallout from this match. What we don't see is, Hogan gets attacked after the match backstage by Savage. And I believe Sherry, that's when Sensational Sherry kind of shows up and joins his forces. And I don't know if she beats down Elizabeth or if she just yells at her, whatever the case may be. But she sides with Savage right then and there. And, of course, him and Hogan's feud would continue. And then, of course, that was the summer because he's already filmed it. But this was the summer they released No Holds Barred. And, of course, Hogan's co-star, a man by the name of Tom Tiny Lister Jr., and they call him Tiny. He's a huge guy. He played Zeus in the movie. And, of course, Hogan was Rip. And, it won multiple Academy Awards, tons of Oscars and Golden Globes. It's part of AFI's top 100 films of all time. If you have not seen this important piece of cinema, I urge you go out and watch it now. Anyways, the Zeus decided. Now I'll call him Zeus right now because that's his character. That was his wrestling name, so we'll call him Zeus. Zeus was mad because apparently he didn't get top billing in the movie, and he didn't like the fact that in the script he lost. I want to see that movie. I want that in real life. Like if Carl Weathers, like after Rocky 2. That's the one he lost, right? Like Rocky beats him in part 2, gets his rematch in part 2. Where he just pissed at Sylvester Stallone. He's like, you know what? I want a real boxing match because even though this is scripted and I knew it when I signed the contract and I'm actually just an actor, I'm mad that they let Rocky win in Rocky. Fuck you. I should get top billing too. Let's have a boxing match. That's essentially what happens here. That's how I took it. Was Zeus was pissed off. And he's like, you know what, Hogan, fuck you, but I won't beat your ass here. We'll do it in the ring. Let me contact Vince real quick. And then, of course, when he comes in WWF, he would actually join forces with Savage. And, of course, they would take on Hogan. Hogan's best friend in the whole wide world, Brutus Beefcake, would join Hogan's side. And, of course, the two teams would collide at SummerSlam. But that will be another topic for another episode. So what do I think about this match? If you would have asked me before this week, or this weekend, I would have been like, this match is incredible, 5-star match, one of my favorite matches of all time, it's an important WrestleMania or main event, it's important, whatever, I would have just been blowing the match. And then I watched it, and I'm not going to lie, it's not as good as I remember it at all. And it's weird because a lot of the matches that I've seen, rewatched just recently that I watched as a kid, a lot of them still live up to the hype or to my memories. WrestleMania 1, 2, and 3 all live up. In certain cases, even surpass how I remember. Because I remember one I always liked. I didn't think it was the greatest, and then I watched it again. Like, wow, it really was a damn good. For what it was damn good. And here, this one just kind of felt like it fell flat for me. Even though at this point I've seen it numerous times, and I've and whatever. For some reason, I'm watching. And I think I know the reason. It's because I just got done watching Steamboat and Flair at Chi-Town Rumble. That was a fucking epic event. It was awesome. And then I turn around and watch this, and it pales in comparison. It really does. And I didn't think it would happen. I didn't think I'd ever do that. But I feel like now I'm just like, it's hard for me to give this a really good grade or whatever, or a good rating or whatever the fuck I'm doing. When now I'm watching, I'm just like, I will say, as a kid, as a fan at the time, and growing up, it really was one of my favorite matches. It was just great, and don't get me wrong, it still has a great story going to it. In fact, I would say aside from 3, this probably has the best WrestleMania story so far in the first 5 years. And I felt that way then. I feel that way now. I think maybe King Kong Bundy. I think that's an underrated story. I think 2 has a really good story going into it. So it could be a toss-up at this point. But no, this Make My Heart Explode. As an adult, you can analyze and kind of poke holes in it. I just feel like Hogan's a dick. Seriously. Kayfabe-wise, it's he's kind of faulted here, every step of the way. don't fuck with another dude's wife. You just don't do that. It's a no-no. Everybody knows it. Did you not see Scarface? Did you not see Scarface? Jesus Christ. So anyways, that was another man's sister, I guess. But still, yeah, same principle, man. You should know better. And he does it. Like, and he's like, I didn't do that wrong. And then, like, and you look at the realistic part of it. Like, forget kayfabe for a second. Let's look at the real. It's like, the movie was just coming out. He could take another summer off to promote this movie. Instead, he's like, you know what? What the hell is that? You know what? I'm just going to take the title anyways. And run wild. Hogan going to run wild. And don't get me wrong. I mean, it does make sense. I think, Savage's title run was never as good as any of Hogan's title runs. So, I mean, that right there kind of, dampens whatever argument you try to make. But I don't think it was Savage's fault because Hogan was constantly shoehorning in on his action. He won the match at WrestleMania 4. Hogan doesn't even have the courtesy to leave the ring and let him celebrate it. He's like, nope, you won because of me. I'm here too. Hand raise. Every match they ended, it would end with Hulkamania, Survivor Series and SummerSlam. Every time he'd win, it was always Hogan's music playing. No Savage. No, you don't get to play your music at the end because guess what? This is all about me. And it was. It just seemed like he was kind of shoehorned in on his action there. And then, of course, it was just like, well, clearly, these are doing so great because I'm here, so might as well give me the title back. So yeah, I don't know, it just kind of leaves a bitter taste in my mouth just a little bit. But whatever, like I said, I'm not completely turning against this match because I can't change the fact that when I was a kid I liked it. It just feel like I got on watching Flair and Steamboat and it was fucking awesome, and then I turn around and watch this and I'm just like, ugh. This wasn't nearly as good. So, yeah, that's all I can say about that. So, but let me know what you guys think. Drop those comments down below. Let me know what you thought about the Mega Powers exploding. And once again, I mean, I think I think it's one of those things where, like, the cultural impact, or the wrestling culture impact of this thing overshadows the actual match because we also talk about the Mega Powers exploding. We talk about the feud, the angle, everything going into it. No one ever talks about the actual match, and then there's a pretty good reason. It wasn't a bad match. It was a typical Hogan match. The thing is, he is bigger than Savage. Like, I don't want to try to take his side now, but it's like, it's hard for me to buy, like, Savage is just getting the upper hand on Hogan at all because Hogan's so dominant. So, it just, I don't know, it's just an uneven match. I don't know. It is what it is. It is what it is. We'll go with that. Now, I haven't seen the other two, because they encounter each other a couple more times in '89, and I don't quite remember them as well. So we'll get to them. Who knows? Maybe having no fond memories will kind of be like, oh yeah, this is pretty good. We'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Tune in. I believe next week we'll be doing Wrestle War next Friday. So yeah. We're going to go back to Steamboat and Flair. That's how bad it is right now. I'm going to have to go back to Steamboat and Flair to kind of, be a palate cleanser, if you will. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for watching, and yeah, until next time.